and his philosophies. So are people going to continue doing all this wickedness until the Most High overthrows this wicked kingdom with thermonuclear missiles? You got it, right?
All right, you got that for me, brother? Give me Isaiah chapter 11, verses 10 to 12.
Isaiah 11, verse 10.
Get that, Joel. Chapter 3, verses 5 to
And in
8.
that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To which shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Yeah, the scripture said that in verse 11, he shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left. And then it goes in and tells you from where. You know, so you got Israelites, the Most High's chosen people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, from the so-called Egyptians to the so-called East Indians to the so-called the ancient Babylonians, which is the Ethiopians today, so on and so forth. And then in verse 10, it tell you that he's going to set an ensign. He's going to there shall be a root of Jesse, which is Yahushua, which shall stand for an ensign of the people, and it shall into it shall the Gentiles seek. And that's talking about the Israelite foreigners, the Hellenists. You got you got another script? You got another verse, bro?
No,
Was that it?
I
Okay.
was talking about the guard, so Gentile.
Okay.
Look that up on the blue letter, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring out that blue letter, man.
Mm.
That's Isaiah 11 and 12, I think. So. Isaiah 11 and 10.
All right.
You want to turn the camera
Yeah. I'm put it up first.
when you get a chance out?
All right.
Where they going? Yeah, it kind of going off right there.
Play the pronunciation of it real quick.
It's like kind of going off right there.
Strong's H 1471. Goy. Goy.
So it's basically referring to a nation of people, and like this brother, break that down, brother, since you were saying that was going on.
Well, if I can say this, it says a nation of people, usually of non-Hebrew people, which that's going off. It says of descendants of Abraham, which we are descendants of Abraham, of Israel, and we're descendants of Israel, a swarm of locusts, other animals. So, you know, they're going off, but at the same time, you know, that's kind of on point because we are descendants of Abraham and we're descendants of Israel. So that's the outcast. That's the Gentiles right there.
It seems like it's a contradiction because it says usually a non-Hebrew people, and then it says of descendants of Abraham of Israel. If you're an Israelite, you're a Hebrew, and it says non-Hebrew people up top.
And if you're Abraham, you're Hebrew.
Exactly.
So it's just, I mean,
more on point.
it's just logic. illogical thinking, man. You know, dang, the devil, man. You know.
Yeah, they throwing
They'll
them.
throw that confusion in
Yeah,
there.
the monkey bones. You know,
Kind
they're trying to put that monkey on your back, man.
Alright, were you finished reading on that, brother?
Just like stated in Corinthians, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know.
No, not yet. Were you done reading on yours, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it on that.
That was it on that? Okay, yeah, brother. Bring up the Joel.
3 and 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Joel 3 and 5.
5 to 8.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carved into into your temples my
Carried it
gold.
with carried it. Carried. You said carved.
Start over. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my godly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the people whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians,
Sabians.
to the people far off, for the Lord has spoken. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war.
Oh, no, that's it, brother, on that one. Basically, like the brother said, you know, the Lord has spoken and we were moved far from our borders.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from our land. We've been spread out so far throughout history, from Europe down into Africa, into Spain, into what you call the Americas today. You know, people like to spit that bullshit too, man. That we came across some land bridge throughout history. The so-called Native Americans, the Gadites. What's that called? The
Bering Strait.
Bering Strait, yeah. Some other bullshit they like to spit at us on that.
Yeah, we was carried far from our borders, man. All right, and our borders is the land of Israel, man. All right. So the so-called white man carried us away from our borders, because for a period of time we dwelt on the west coast of Africa.
Jeremiah 16.
All right. And we were carried all the way across the waters to South America, all right, and also to North America. And you had the Latin tribes that was already over here.
Man, work. Yeah.
Come. Alright, brother.
Salat, if I can say this out.
Oh, go ahead.
And it says in verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried it into your temples, my goodly and pleasant things. And that's talking about these heathens. They actually took the silver and gold, because all the silver and the gold in the world and the universe belongs to the Israelites. And at the same time, on another fold, that silver and gold is talking about the Israelites themselves. It's talking about us. So these heathens, the other nations, especially Esau, took the Most High's people and you know, profited, got rich off free slave labor. And then in verse 6 it says that the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. You know, and the Grecians are Edomites, and that's who, according to Deuteronomy 28:68, that's who we were sold to here in America, man, to the so-called white man. You know, so because of that, all these other nations, and to tell you in what's that, Psalms the 83rd chapter, all the nations that conspired against the Most High's chosen people, you know, Elam, it's like, all nations had a part in it. You got
starting with Egypt, you know, I did a little bit of research last night about the biblical timeline of all of Israel's captivities. Egypt, which are the today they would be the Sudanese, the Tutsis, and the Zulus. You can find this in Exodus 12 verse 40. Can you get that for me, brother?
Con.
I got you.
This is during the period of 1446 BC, around that time, 1446 BC.
Bring it up.
Yeah, bro.
Exodus 12 and 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years.
There you go. That's the first captivity right there. The second captivity was Moab with King Eglon. Can you get Judges 3 and 14 for me?
Con.
Judges 3 and 14. So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years.
That's around 1334 BC. I think it was under Ammon as well, but we're always beef with Ammon. Give me 2nd Chronicles verse 20.
2nd Chronicles. Salakia. 2nd Chronicles, verse 20. Chapter 1, verse 20? There's no verse.
2nd Chronicles 20, verse 20.
You
I mean,
mean first-
chapter.
Chapter 20?
Yes.
Okay. 2nd Chronicles, chapter 20,